Hello everyone, welcome back to the world of biology. As in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the diffusion and facilitated diffusion, which is the type of the passive transport. Today we will be discussing the another component of the passive transport, which is osmosis. So now let us start with the session. So what is osmosis? Osmosis means the movement of water. Okay, and if simply you consider the example of resins, I think you all are acquainted with the resins or the kishmish. When you eat sweet dish, you pour kishmish in the dish, and what you observe the swollen resin or the kishmish gets swollen. Okay, why the kishmish gets swollen in that dish? It is the phenomena of osmosis. Now, what is the osmosis? Osmosis is a type of passive transport in which water moves from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration, but through semi-permeable membrane. So let's start with the definition. If we define it, osmosis, it is a type of passive transport in which water molecules moves from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower water concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. So student, in the last class we had discussed about the diffusion, in which we have studied the movement of particles from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. But in case of osmosis, as again it is a type of passive transport in which water molecules, or you can say here the solvent molecules, okay, they move from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration, but through a semi-permeable membrane. Now, what is the semi-permeable membrane? A membrane which allow only the selected material to move in and out of the cell. Okay, simply we are defining the osmosis in terms of solvent molecule. And you know, student, a solution, if we talk about a solution, then solution has two parts. Okay, one is the solute and one is the solvent. A solution has two parts. One is the solute and another one is the solvent. Solute is that part of the solution which is present in the lesser amount, while solvent is present in the higher amount. Okay, so if we talk about solvent, then solvent moves from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower water concentration. But if we define the osmosis, another definition of osmosis in terms of the solute, then how it will occur? Then we will define it as the type of passive transport in which the particles, or the you can say the solute particles, they move from a region of its lower concentration to a region of its higher concentration. Okay, again, what is the another definition? Students, the solution which has more amount of water, that type of solution is called the dilute solution. Again, I am repeating, dilute solution is the solution which have maximum amount of water, while concentrated solution have low amount of water. So if we define the osmosis in terms of solution, then how we will define it? The movement of the particles from, or you can say the movement of the water molecules from dilute solution to the concentrated solution. So in another way we will define it as movement of water molecules from dilute solution to concentrated solution. Dilute means having more amount of water. Concentrated solution means having less amount of water. Okay, and simply if we define it in another term, which is the free water molecule, then how we will define it? The movement of free water molecule across the membrane. Say this is a beaker and here is the membrane, here are the particles. Okay, here are more water particles, here are less water particle. तो water की movement कैसे होगी? Free water molecules, they move from, or you can say they move across a membrane. So how? In another way we can define it in terms of free water molecule. The movement of free water molecules, movement of free water molecules across a membrane या semi permeable membrane. Okay, free water, the water which is capable of movement. Okay, so this was all about the definition of osmosis. Now here is a question that who is the scientist for the first time which observed the concept of osmosis in the natural membrane? So name of that scientist is the Abnaulet. Abnaulet is the scientist who coined the phenomena of osmosis in natural membrane in the year 1705. So this is again most important question, who for the first time from the competitive point of view, I think you should learn that Abnaulet is a scientist who for the first time observed the osmosis in the natural membrane in 1705. Now we have discussed about the definition. Now let's start with the direction of osmosis. Now let us start with the direction of osmosis. So dear, what are the example of osmosis? You observe, simply if you see a plant, then you see the root parts, they are present in the soil, and other parts, these are the roots and flower, it is present above the soil. Then you know plants, they absorb water with the help of their roots from the soil and transfer it to the another part. So the process by which the plant part absorb water, that is due to the process of osmosis. And in the similar way, unicellular organism like amoeba and paramecium, they live in water there, and also they exchange gases, that is also by the, they intake water, that is also under the process of osmosis. Now if we talk about the direction of osmosis, then direction of osmosis is governed by tonicity of a solution. Means आप टोनिसिटी के बिहाफ पे फाइंड आउट करते हो दैट व्हाट विल बी द डायरेक्शन ऑफ ऑस्मोसिस. नाउ व्हाट इज द टोनिसिटी? So tonicity, students, here tonicity means the osmotic environment of a cell. Okay, so tonicity is, it is defined as the osmotic environment of a cell. Okay, and when we keep a plant cell or a animal cell in the sugar or salt solution of water, then we observe three stages in different solution. As in the first case, I am considering three different beaker. In the first case, this is the beaker. This is the another beaker. And this one is the third beaker. In this way, I have considered three different beakers. In the first case, if I keep the cell in the sugar or the salt solution of water, and this is the sugar or salt solution of water. In the similar way, this is the sugar or the salt solution of water in all three beakers. Now, what happened in the first case? I keep a cell here in this solution, and this solution is known as the isotonic solution. This is the case of isotonic solution. Now, if we keep the cell in the isotonic solution, so what will happen? Iso का meaning students क्या होता है? Iso means equal. It means क्या हुआ कि जो movement, जो water की concentration है, it is equal in the cell and the surrounding solution. So what will happen if the concentration of the water outside the surrounding solution and in the cell is same, then we know what will happen during the process of osmosis. We know osmosis is the process of movement of water molecule from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. तो फर्स्ट केस में क्या है? कंसंट्रेशन क्या है? सेम. तो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल क्या करेंगे? देयर विल बी नो मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स. अगर मूवमेंट नहीं होगी वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स की, देन इन दैट केस देयर विल बी no change in the size of the cell. So if we talk about the isotonic solution, then what you will observe that in isotonic solution the cell and the surrounding solution has equal concentration of water, so there will be no net movement of water and size of the cell will remain same. In the second case, if we talk about the hypotonic solution, then what will happen? Again, if we keep the cell in the sugar or the salt solution, then what will happen? Then the solution, then the cell has less water concentration and the surrounding solution has more water concentration. Then we know by the process of osmosis, water will move from higher to lower. और अगर आप इसको डाइल्यूट और कंसंट्रेटेड की फॉर्म में डिफाइन करते हो तो आउटसाइड क्या है मीडियम? डाइल्यूट. Okay, and lesser water concentration the cell has, so here the cell has lower water concentration. So by the process of osmosis, water moves from dilute to concentrated solution. तो in that case क्या होगा? Water will enter into the cell और cell क्या हो जाएगा? Cell will swell up. Okay, and when the cell will swell up, the cell become turgid in structure and this process is known as the turgidity. Okay, तो इस केस में क्या हुआ? Cell become turgid. In the third solution, if we talk about the third solution, which is the hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution, again if we keep the cell in the hypertonic solution, then what will happen? Now the cell has more water concentration. Okay, while the solution have lesser water concentration. So by the definition of or by the process of osmosis, water will comes out of the cell, and as the water comes out of the cell, cell will get shrink. Cell will become flaccid, and this process is known as plasmolysis. Is that clear? Again I am repeating, in case of isotonic solution, cell and surrounding medium has same concentration, so no change in the size of the cell, while in case of hypotonic solution, solution have more water concentration, so cell will swell up, while in case of hypertonic solution, cell has more water concentration as compared to the solution. Again, listen to me very carefully. In hypotonic solution, solution have more water concentration, while in hypertonic solution, the cell have more water concentration. So in hypertonic solution, cell will become flaccid or cell gets shrink, and that process is the process of plasmolysis. So this was all about the three different kind of the solution. Now let's start with the types of osmosis. Next is the types of osmosis. So osmosis, students, on the behalf of this solution, as we have studied, osmosis is basically of two types. One is the end osmosis, and the second one is the X osmosis. Endosmosis का मीनिंग क्या होता है? Endo means inside. So when the water enter into the cell, then that process is known as the endosmosis. So when water enters into the cell, okay, and X means simply, X means out. So when water comes out of the cell, then that process is the exosmosis. Okay, so I am just giving you one simple example, and that example will help you a lot to learn the concept of the types of osmosis. Now you observe, firstly you take two glass. Suppose you have considered these two glasses. In both the cases we have to consider the two glasses. Okay, and in the first case, and both are filled with the water. So in the similar way, fill this. Again this is the A and this one is the B. In the first case, there will be, you have to put some resins. Resins, again you know the resins na? Resins or the kishmish. So in the first case, put water, fill the glass with water. Okay, then put some resins. अब सेकेंड केस में आपने क्या करना है, इन द बीकर बी आपने क्या करना है, इस वाटर में क्या ऐड करना है, शुगर और द सॉल्ट सॉल्यूशन. तो ये क्या है, शुगर सॉल्यूशन, और ये शुगर सॉल्यूशन क्या है, शुगर सॉल्यूशन इन द वाटर. अब इस केस में आपने क्या करना है, नाउ यू विल पुट हियर ग्रेप्स, add few grapes here. Here you have put the resins. यहाँ आपने क्या ऐड नहीं किया है, you are not adding here the sugar solution or the salt solution. So after, now keep it for 24 hours. तो 24 hours के लिए leave them undisturbed for 24 hours. तो 24 hours के बाद आप क्या ऑब्जर्व करोगे, that in the glass A, as this is the glass A, what will be the condition in the glass A, these resins they will become swell up. ठीक है, and in case of B, during 24 hours, after 24 hours, what you will observe, you will observe that grapes they get shrinked, they take the form of resins. So what is the conclusion from these two activities, as in the first case resins they are absorbing the water, means water gets entered into the resin and that's why resin swells up. Okay, so this is the example of एंडोस्मोसिस. तो एंडोस्मोसिस यहाँ मीनिंग क्या हुआ, ये जो वाटर का सॉल्यूशन था, इट वाज हियर एग्जिस्ट एज हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन. तो एंडोस्मोसिस के केस में क्या होगा, व्हेन यू विल कीप द सेल इन द हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन, द सेल विल बिकम swell up. Okay, and this is, as you have seen in this activity, in case of resin, the resin swell up as the solution, it occur here as the hypotonic solution. What happen in the exosmosis, as the grapes they are kept in the sugar or the salt solution. So here this sugar or salt solution exist as hypertonic solution. तो इनके hypertonic solution, तो exosmosis generally occur in the hypertonic solution, and if we keep the cell in hypertonic solution, as we have discussed in the last topic, then cell will become flaccid. That's why here the grapes they becomes shrink. they become smaller in size. So this is the case of exosmosis. So endosmosis is observed in the hypotonic solution in which the cells become swollen, while exosmosis we can observe in the hypertonic solution. Is that clear? So this was all about the concept of types of osmosis. If we talk about, students, the importance of osmosis, then what is the importance? As we have discussed in the plants, that plants, they take water from the soil with the help of their root, which is possible due to the process of osmosis. So firstly, absorption of water by the roots is the first importance. Second, the transfer of important nutrients from one part of the plant to the another, like the minerals, they are also present in the soil, so they are carried by the roots with the help of the process osmosis. And if we talk about our body, then waste material, they are also absorbed from the blood by the process of osmosis. In case of plants, opening and closing of stomata, it is also possible due to the process of osmosis. So let's take a recap again. Today we have discussed about the concept of osmosis, the main heading under which we have discussed the definition of osmosis, then the tonicity, then the 3 stages of tonicity we have observed, and finally we have discussed the types and importance of osmosis. So with this again, thank you so much.